Ashe Echo is Mystic with the message, spreading love, light, and positive energy to all beings in the frequency. How are y'all doing? I'm wonderfully amazing today. Um, I just wanted to come to you guys and just chat for a bit because I just have like a lot of things on my mind right now. And I just been really thinking, and so I just want to come and just talk to y'all real quick. I'm on the backup phone, so I had to go live instead of doing a pre-recorded video and uploading it onto YouTube. Cause yeah, I'm on the backup phone, and hubby has the main phone, and he just started this new job, and he's at work right now. So yeah, um, let me see if I could just prop you up some type of way because I don't want to hold this phone this whole time. Um. I heard that tip was extra super crispy and shit. That might work for now, right? So, firstly, before we even go into anything, like I said, but before we even go into what I really want to talk about, let me just say a few things. During your pregnancy, especially in the third trimester, walking is very important. I'm not taking my walk today because my husband is not here with me to go on a walk with me, and I don't want to slip on ice. It's icy and it's very snowy outside, and it's snowing right now. It's a whole lot of snow, so I'm not taking my walk today. And hopefully, I don't know when he'll be back because it's his birthday, and we don't have an official schedule yet. Well, he probably has the official schedule now, but I don't have it, so I don't know. Fresh air is very important. Deep breaths are very important, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? Helps when you're struggling to breathe. Okay? Um, Let me try to sit up a little better, better position for comfortability and angles. I don't know, y'all. I want to get y'all at an okay angle, but at the same time, I guess my jar is not working right now. So maybe this will work a little better. There we go. Secondly, I want to say that I've been trying vegan yogurts lately, which have been very good. I like the silk almond milk strawberry. That's really good. I love it. Fave, right? I tried the chocolate, which was pretty good, and the acai flavors, which was okay. Um, they ain't got no strawberry though. I love strawberry. Like strawberry is just my thing right now. So, and maybe it's just me being a pregnant lady. Um, but go try them out and see how you feel. I also tried a the So Delicious brand made with coconut milk. Silk actually they have some soy ones too, but I have tofu and I've been eating tofu and I had the Beyond Meat chicken strips and that's it just seemed like a lot of soy and I don't want to keep eating a lot of soy. So I'm just not even gonna try the soy yogurt. So yeah. But I tried the So Delicious brand and it was a raspberry flavor and I absolutely loved it. It reminded me of the Trix yogurt. Y'all ever had the Trix yogurt when you was younger? Remember? I know my lighting is terrible, but just bear with me, okay? Um, I've been snacking on these for the last couple days. These kettle chips. um, Kettle brand potato chips made with avocado oil. Usually, chips made with like avocado oil just seem to be like extra crispy or extra hard. So that's just a heads up for people, whatever. I've been hanging out with my clear quartz and my smoky quartz today because we need clarity provided with these situations that we got going on. I also got some white cheddar Cheeto puffs over here on the side, which I might actually switch over to these for a minute because these just being tired. And I got orange slices over here, but that orange is not as sweet, and I forgot to cut me up another one while I was downstairs because we have like some that Babe bought like just off the shelf separately, and then we have some that was like in bags, and that came in like a full bag together as a bunch. And I think I like those more than I like the few that he picked off the shelf. So he can have that later whenever he comes if he wants it, but I don't. So I'm gonna drink this water down. I've been trying not to drink it, eat at the same time, but I'm snacking. I feel like snacking, and I feel like water. I feel like I definitely need water because I have not had enough today. I had the majority of some lime water when I got up, and that was it. And then, like about 2 hours ago, I had a chocolate milkshake with frozen bananas, cacao powder. I had some date syrup, which is probably not date syrup, but whatever. I just like took a bunch of dates and I soaked them, and then I took de-seeded them, and then I blended them with a little bit of water, and I just put them in a little container and put them in the fridge so I could put them in my smoothies or my little milkshakes or whatever. So date mush. I put that in there, which dates are sweet for people who don't know. It's a natural sweetener. I put those in there. So bananas, dates, almond milk, coconut water, and cacao powder. And it was just like a chocolatey milkshake type of thing, and I love it. And I had one last night, and I had one today, and I'll probably have another one later on tonight. I've been eating very light today. The only thing I had was that milkshake, which is okay because it was very high in protein. It had some good protein in it, and I was like super full after I took that, and I took my prenatal pills with it, and a couple orange slices, and some apple, a good portion of an apple and some grapes, and I was snacking on that, and now snacking on some chips, and I'm about to drink me some water, and I was talking kind of fast because I want to hurry up and just get through all the just random things that I want to talk about, but it's making me lose breath, so I'm gonna slow it down now. This is gonna be a long video, but y'all used to me have a long video, so see we're already approaching 10 minutes. So I just want to talk about a few things that have been the topic of conversation. Oh, one more thing. I realized that I was doing like I would like do videos where I was eating and talking to you guys, and I didn't know that that was a mukbang until like now. Since they're so popular now, like I was already doing that before how they started really started trending, and I didn't even know that that's what I was doing. Until I watched the video that I never uploaded. I'll probably rewatch it and upload it again later. That was before my hair was long. But yeah. Okay. So I have a lot of family members who claim to be so concerned about me. Um I don't want to make it seem like they're not genuinely concerned about me, but at the same time, I don't know. Just concerned because I'm not in the same vicinity. Like I don't have any blood family members here in Detroit. And before I came to Detroit, I was all the way in Mexico for a long time. I was gone for like almost 4 months. I took a 4 month trip, and then I came to Detroit, and we was here for a month. And then we finally went and visited my mom's side of the family because we had to go to my aunt's funeral. And so my family don't get to see me a lot. I'm not sociable. Keeping in contact is not a thing for me. I don't have time for it. But when I do like call, it's always when are you coming home or when are you coming to visit or why are you posting this or why are you posting that or disagreements about the way I want to live my life or the way I want to raise my child. And so, on top of the fact that I'm not very sociable, I'm not really big on keeping in contact with people, which don't mean that I don't love y'all. Like, I absolutely love my family. It's just being on the phone or sending text messages or making small conversation. Small talk is not really a big thing for me. Like, I'm not big on small talk. I'm sorry, but I'm not. But having to argue about my viewpoints on life or the way that I want to live every time I talk to somebody, like that just makes it just even less desirable to even try to have a conversation with people. It's annoying. Um, I definitely want to say, I want to make this very clear. I'm going to put the phone out. And you know what? Um, he does not make any decisions for me. But like I said, I do sometimes. I do ask him personally his opinion on certain things. Um, just when it comes to my health, because I want to be taking the best care of myself. And I know that he's going to always make sure that I am taking the best care of myself. So I would, say some shit like that. Like, I know I'm about to put 2 bags of chips in the cart. Babe, is this okay? Because I know I'm not going to eat them all at the same time. And you can like, I'm not going to. So, other than that, no. There's absolutely, positively no fucking way in this entire world or planet or universe or any time, any space of existence that I will ever allow anybody's thoughts or opinions sway or dictate my choices or thoughts or opinions or decisions. Okay? I just want to make that absolutely clear because I just really feel like at some point in the future, I'm really gonna have to fucking cut somebody out because they just feel like that's an actual thing. And I don't want that. So I want to be very clear for you guys right now. I want that to be clear. And I don't want it to, at the same time, I don't want it to seem like I'm on camera flipping out or I'm being extra or anything like that. And like I said, nobody's openly came to me and said anything like, "Oh, well, you're being controlled." Nobody's openly came out and said nothing like that. But like I said, it's been a few comments that has been made that made me personally feel like that is that could be suggested or that could be a possible thought in other people's minds. And I just wanted to be very clear on that. So with that being said, um, yes, I'm a leader and I'm not a follower. I don't do things to be trendy. I don't do things to get attention. I've never been a person to try to do things to get attention. It's like it's a lot of things that people are not used to seeing me do because for so long, I was so busy trying to do as everybody else around me was doing and not trying to figure out what I personally myself just feel the most comfortable with or just feel the best of doing. And so now that I am just freely expressing myself and I'm truly just being me, a lot of people are kind of confused as to where it's coming from or like why all of a sudden is this or that a thing. Um, and I feel like part of the reason for that is because as I was growing up, I was very reserved with my actual thoughts and feelings. And secondly, like I said, I was busy trying to be like everybody else around me. I was busy trying to do like what I was used to doing instead of finding my own path. And then now that I am, now that I am a woman, I don't even want to say becoming. And that's another thing. A lot of people try to look at me like I'm just so young or I just don't know. And it's like, and they only do that because, like, first of all, I'm the youngest girl in my family on my mother's side. And um, I'm my father's only daughter. So a lot of people try to look at me like I'm young and I don't know what I'm doing. And that irritates the shit out of me. And I try not to, like, come off aggressive with how much it irritates me, but it does. It irritates the shit out of me because it's like I'm an adult woman. I'm 23 years old. I don't live with my parents. I haven't lived with my parents for years. I haven't had my parents take care of me for years, even though my father likes to claim that he was taking care of me when I was staying with him, even though I was paying him to stay with me and I was working and I was paying for my own food and making my own way around. But anywho, and I don't even, you know what, and I don't even want to be that, and I'm tired of like shit like that. Like that was something that was kind of shady, and I didn't even have to fucking say that shit. Like I'm over shit like that. Like I just don't want to be in an environment that makes me feel like I have to be that type of person. Um, and with that being said, no, I'm not running away from anything because there's nothing to run away from. I have a family that loves me, even though they don't support me at all. I feel like I don't get any type of support. Um, they love me and they will do everything that they can to help me and make sure that I'm in the best situation that I could possibly be in, or that they can help me as best as they possibly can. Like, there's nothing to run from. I'm just growing. And a lot of my family stays in a very small city, in a very small town. And it's filled with a lot of people who have a very small consciousness and a very narrow view on life. And that's just not a space for me. I'm very adventurous. I am very open minded. I am very open and free. And I don't want to be in a box. So if I'm running from anything, it's definitely from being in a box. Um, I don't feel like now there has been times in the past year where I was pretty much on the extreme side of things, but I'm not there. That's not a thing for me anymore, and I'm not looking to be very extreme on either side. I'm looking to find balance. And a lot of people like to hit me and they be like, "Well, this is reality and you're on light, you're on earth and spirituality doesn't have to you can't be so spiritual all the time." And first of all, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. Second of all, you can't tell me what I can and cannot believe in. And the same way people are so deeply into Christ or Allah or Mary or whoever they choose to worship, so deeply into their religions, is the same is just is very much so you can justify me being spiritual, and it's okay for me to want to take a more spiritual approach onto life rather than limiting limiting my spirituality to fit in or to make other people more comfortable or to pacify certain situations. That's not me. I'm no longer trying to live my life for other people. I just want to be the most happiest that I can be. So yes, in this time of my life, I'm being very selfish and I'm being very strict on me being selfish because I don't want to hold myself back because I want to make sure that other people around me are being pleased because it's not my job to please everybody else around me. It's not my job to please the people who love me. It's their job to please themselves. And it's not their job to please me. It's my job to please me. It's my job to make sure that I'm happy at the end of the day. Because, yes, as I said before, when I do decide to ascend, I will be taking only me and nobody else. And when I do decide to ascend, I want to make sure that I lived my life the best way I knew how and the best way that I felt. And that I left in complete and total peace. And the only way to do that is to be the happiest me that I can be. And to be the happiest me that I can be, I have to fully be myself. And like I said, I can't let other people's thoughts or feelings restrict or restrict me or make me feel like, dictate my thoughts or opinions or or decisions. And I can't feel like, oh well, I can't do this because this is gonna make this person dim my light to make other people's shine brighter or to make other people just feel better, feel great. Like, it's not about your happiness. I don't live for other people's happiness. I live for my own happiness. Now, not to say that it's not my life goal. One of my life goals is to spread as much love and happiness as I possibly can in any way that I can that doesn't compromise my own happiness and peace. Like, I want to shine as brightly as I can to brighten other people's days up. I want people to look at me like, oh, she shines so brightly. I want to shine brightly. Is that how can I do that? And if I can give advice on how you can shine brighter in your day and that actually helps you become a better person or a more happier person or just bring even more peace into your life, like, that is one of my life goals. But I will never compromise my own happiness to make sure that other people are okay or other people are comfortable, because change is not a comfortable thing. And if you're going to be constantly growing, there's going to have to be a constant process of change. So you're never going to be too comfortable. Don't never get too comfortable in life. Because if you're too comfortable, then that means you're not having enough growth in your life. You're not reaching you're not going to the next level fast enough. You're chilling a little too hard and you need to be doing a little bit more. I will release a couple videos on my opinions on or explanations and reasons why I don't work. Yes, I would prefer to be a stay at home wife and mother. And if you ask a stay at home wife or mother, that is an actual job and we should be getting paid for that shit. I haven't had my baby yet, but I know plenty of mothers who are stay at home moms, people who I've gone to high school with, stay at home wives and moms, wives and mothers. I know people and I see them and I know how much of a beautiful and great job that they are doing and how stressful that it can be on them and how much work and effort that they actually put in. Like, people don't understand that that's a literal job and it's a literal thing. But yeah, my husband doesn't want his wife working. And I feel like if you can't depend on your husband to take care of you, then that shouldn't be your husband. Not to say that at some point I'm not going to not to say that I'm not trying to find my own way to have residual income, and that will be a thing for me to have my own residual income. And when we get into our own little businesses and things, we're going to have ventures together. We're going to be making money together. But I don't feel like I have to absolutely have this amount of money tucked away to the side for myself, because what if we get divorced and I can't depend on. No, because I want to never marry him if I felt like there would ever be a point in time ever for the rest of my life where I couldn't depend on my husband. That would I would have never married him. And if you feel like there's ever going to be a point in the time where you can't depend on your husband, then that should not be your husband. That should not be your partner. Period. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that. That's gonna be its own thing. Um, I got to the point in my life where I realized that I was very down. I was very depressed, and I got tired of feeling down. I got tired of being depressed. I got tired of having anxiety attacks every day. I got tired of wanting to die. I got tired of begging to die. I got tired of of wanting of just having days where I just laid and just wanted to disappear and not be in existence. So I decided I would make a change. And I started with my spirituality and getting into a better space spiritually. And yes, I tapped into my crystals and I started off with a whole bunch of smoky quartz. And smoky quartz is a cleanser. It helps convert energy from negative energy to positive energy. And by doing that, it brings forth all issues. It shows you the issues that you have within yourself and the issues that are going on around you, and helps you process that information and keeps you calm through that process of trying to fix whatever it is that's going on. I started off with a lot of smoky quartz and yoga, and then I was a vegetarian, and then I was a vegan, and then I was an extreme vegan, and now I'm just living a healthy, plant-based, balanced diet, and I don't have a, and that's probably the only label I will ever put on my diet now. It's just healthy, plant-based, balanced diet. Um, and I did a lot of meditation, and I saw, I realized what things were making me feel like depressed, or what was making me feel down, or what needed I felt needed to be fixed. And I did my best to fix certain relationships, and it took time to fix those relationships with people. And then I realized that I need to fix my relationship with myself the most. And I worked on that. And I found a better way to love myself. And I love myself more than I could ever imagine. Like, more than I can love anybody else in this world. Um, and when I found that happiness and that peace within myself, was when I was presented with my husband. I feel like some people get it confused and they feel like, oh, well, she's just following behind her husband, or she's just following behind his instruction, or she wasn't doing a lot of this stuff before she got with him. And no, I've been on this path for a few years now, and and if I wasn't, when you find that one person that you're truly meant to be with, you're going to be on the same level as that person. Of course, there are going to be a lot of things that that person is going to have to teach you, a lot of lessons that that person is going to have to teach you, to show you how to grow and become a better person. But you're going to have that equal amount of lessons to teach them, to help them grow as a person. I had already found myself. I had already made the decision of what kind of lifestyle that I wanted, where I wanted to head, where my life was headed, and what I wanted it to be truly before I got together with my husband. And he had already made those decisions for himself as well. And that was the only way that we could even be brought together to become what we are now. And yes, he shows me a lot of things that has helped me grow as a person. And he has built me up a lot and shown me how to be more confident within myself as a woman. But I have also shown him a lot of how to be more confident within himself as a man, and how to grow and just move up in the next level as a person as well. We balance each other. So and it's and when you're in a real relationship with someone, it should never be the woman following the man's lead. And it should never be the man following the woman's lead. Y'all should always be next to each other. And y'all should always be growing with each other at the same pace, at the same rate, like lifting each other up, because you are one. When you become one with a person, you're moving at the same time. It's never one person here and the other person's here trying to catch up. It's never one person there and the other person's there trying to catch up. No, you're moving equally as one and growing into something beautiful. So, I have like before seen like somebody saying like, oh well, she's just doing whatever because he likes it, or that's something that he likes and she wants to do as her husband likes. And I'm like, no, this is something that I like. Like I'm into this, and that's why we're together, because we have things in common. um and I'm not gonna do anything that I don't like just to be with somebody else. If you are doing something that's not, of your own genuine interest, or something that you would, actually do on your own, if you're going out of your way to do something just to impress somebody or make them feel like, oh well, I'm here for you and I'm on the same team as you and I'm riding with you, then you shouldn't be with that person, because obviously they don't accept you for who you truly are, and you don't accept yourself for who you truly are. That's not self-love. It's not self-love to pretend to be something that you're not, just for somebody else, to make someone else happy. That's not self-love. That's going against yourself. That's going against your own personal nature. I will never. Now, if there is something that my husband likes to do, but I wouldn't normally do without him. If I don't have an innate interest in it, then I'm not going to partake in it. Okay, babe, you go do that and have fun, and I hope that you enjoy it, and I'll be here when you're done. That I don't like. I'm not going to try to do something. Yeah, like I said, you don't do things to please others just to make a relationship because you feel like it's gonna make the relationship better. That's not that's not self love. Um, It's people like, well, we don't really know him like that, and I did not give my family a really good enough chance to get to know my husband before he became my husband. I was messing around with a few different men, not at the same time, but I did go from one to the other to the next. And then all of a sudden I'm married, and then all of a sudden I'm having a baby. And I know that caused like confusion with a few people and made a few people feel uncomfortable. But I understand that even though the way that I went about the way that all of that happened is not everyone's preferred route, and people probably feel like I was desperate and that's how I ended up with him, or like I was rushing and that's why I ended up with him, or whatever, anything else along those same lines. But no, I did go from such and such to so and so to whoever, because, and then all of a sudden I'm married because such and such taught me this about myself. They taught me that I'm worth I'm worth the effort. So and so taught me how to put myself before man. And whoever taught me how much I truly was worth and how much I truly was how much I truly was willing to take. What I was willing to take and what I wasn't willing to take. And how much strength I had as my in how much strength I had as a woman. I want to do a whole video about this whole subject of like how I ended up with my husband. But yeah, I went through the situations that I went through because I needed to learn the lessons that I needed to learn in order to become the woman who I became. And when I realized that and I became the woman who I was supposed to become, that's when I was gifted with infinite bliss. You know, that's when I was finally able to receive my husband and enjoy just this life that we have been cultivating together. Um, like I said, I'm gonna do a video on that topic. But yeah, I just wanted to address a few things because, like I said, I get a few like little side comments that make me feel like, like everybody like, oh, well, she tripping and she this and she that and she just so lost or whatever. And I'm not lost. I'm just not. I'm just not who y'all expected me to be or who y'all wanted me to be. I'm not following the path that was laid out for me. I'm creating my own. And I am absolutely happy. And it is infinite bliss, as I said. And I'm not trying to paint a picture like everything's perfect because it's not. But I am perfectly happy. And that is the most important thing to me. And I refuse to sacrifice my happiness, even the littlest, tiniest little piece of it, for other people's comfort because it's not worth it and it'll never be worth it. And that doesn't mean that I don't love my family, or that doesn't mean that I don't love my family or the people that love me. It just means that I love myself more. And I will always put myself first above anybody. And yes, even this child right here that I'm carrying in my womb, even though he is me and he's a part of me, my happiness comes first. Because if I'm not happy, then I can't show him how to be happy. If I'm not happy, genuinely happy, there's no way I can truly ensure that he is genuinely happy. And a lot of people mistake that. They feel like they gotta do all this to make sure that their child is happy, sacrifice their own happiness, and then make all these sacrifices, beat themselves down, and not realize that your child is gonna feel all that energy. Whatever, you can smile all day, but your baby know when you hurting, especially when they're inside of you. Your baby knows when you're hurting. Your baby knows when you're not okay. Your baby is always going to be able to feel that. Y'all connected. This is a spiritual connection, believe it or not. An energetic connection, not only physical. Your baby feel what you feel. And so if you're feeling broken down or hurt or whatever, you can try to put a smile on your face, but your baby gonna feel you. Your baby, that is you. So if you're not happy, it's not no way your baby gonna be completely happy because your baby wants you to be happy too. So yes, I come first. My happiness comes first. I ensure that I'm happy and I'm at peace and I'm the best person that I can be because that's the only way that I can be the best person that I can be for my baby. I have to be the best person I can be for myself before I can be the best person I can be for anybody else. With that being said, you guys, this video just reached 50 minutes long. So, we are putting our love and energy always. We are loving ourselves first, always. We're not allowing other people's opinions or intentions or thoughts sway or determine our own thoughts, feelings, opinions, and decisions. We're always going to be ourselves, genuinely 100%, no matter what environment we are in, who we are around. And we're always going to remember that we matter, firstly, mostly important over anything or anybody or any being, creature of existence. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have more videos going into details on certain subjects, like I said, coming soon. I'll see you later. Stay nappy and vibrate high.